Okay, welcome. Finding your seat, um, whether you're sitting on a chair or cushion, just finding that seat, feeling comfortable yet upright and awake. So you feel relaxed yet you feel alert. With an upright spine, chin is slightly tucked in. Your hands can rest on your thighs and your eyes can be closed if that's comfortable or slightly open. Just want you to take a moment to find your stillness right now. So you either have your eyes closed or slightly open. And before we actually get into any kind of breathing exercises or mindfulness exercises, I just wanted to briefly talk about what mindfulness is anyway. Meditation is a form, a practice of mindfulness. It's a term that you hear a lot these days. The roots reach all the way back to the early teachings of Buddha nearly 2,600 years ago. But it is still quite relevant right now. And it's defined in many ways. I like to say that it's a way of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. And that is a very concise way of defining it. However, a good teacher of mine, or he's a good teacher and to many people, Joseph Goldstein, I don't know if you've heard of him, but I listened to a lot of his teachings, and he of course has had a lot of teachers. He goes on to say that paying attention in the moment without judgment is not exactly enough. He talks about this black lab consciousness. He has a black Labrador retriever, this dog who is lovely to be around. And dogs seem very in the moment, but I don't think they're being mindful. So he creates this analogy to the black lab consciousness. How is mindfulness, true mindfulness, more than that, more than just being present in the moment? Well, we as humans have our minds have the observing quality, the knowing that we're knowing, like when you're watching your thoughts. And that's huge because thoughts run our lives basically. So when we develop the capacity to watch our thoughts, this is one of the backbones of mindfulness. And secondly, he talks about these glasses or filters that we wear. He talks about 3 different kinds. Aversion, which is like a avoidance, something you don't like and you push away, or desire, greed, the sense that you want stuff, you want to keep pulling in things, or this filter of delusion where you're just kind of running around in circles. We may be mindful of the moment, but it's also good to examine, am I noticing these sensations through some sort of a filter? And when we're being mindful, we're actually sort of having this purifying effect of these filters. Because when you're mindful of being angry at that moment, you're not angry. You're being mindful of being angry or fearful. So why are we doing this? Why are we sitting here? And why are we going to breathe? Because, well, I think we want to cultivate wisdom. I think so. You know, when we get caught in desire and anger and fear, they're very seductive. And so when we use mindfulness, we can stop it in their tracks, and we can see which thoughts lead to happiness and which thoughts lead to suffering. So with that in mind, let's settle into our body. Let's take a deep breath into our bellies, and breathe out through your mouth. Breathing into our bellies again, and breathing all of it out. Maybe noticing the pause. Breathing in again into our bellies here, and breathing it out. Now just letting that go, returning to your normal breath. Seeing where the point where the air enters your body. When does it become your breath? And when you breathe out, when does it become the air that joins the air outside of you? I just want you to check in with yourself right now. How are you doing? How are you doing right now? Noticing any sensations in your body that are prominent, that want your attention? Just letting your attention rest there. And perhaps breathing into that part of your body. Now I'd like you to think about breathing into your feet. What is that sensation like, breathing into your feet? Breathing into your knees, your kneecaps, the space around your kneecaps. Maybe the cartilage. Now think about breathing into your lower back, expanding your lower back, breathing into that like a balloon. What is that sensation like? Can you just be in your body right now? Just noticing the sensations. Now breathing into your belly, letting your belly be soft. Breathing into your entire belly, not forcing it, just letting the air drop. What is the sensation when your belly feels full? What is the sensation when your belly feels not full? Now breathing into your shoulders. Breathing space around your shoulders, your shoulder sockets. And breathing into the back of your neck, perhaps releasing those muscles a little bit. And now just coming back to your breath. Just putting your attention lightly on your breath. We're not trying to force this or work very hard. It shouldn't feel like that. I think teacher Sharon Salzberg says, or maybe it was Buddha, who said, let your attention be light like a butterfly on a flower. Those tiny little legs just gently on the flower petal. Let your attention be like that. We don't want to feel like we're in a death grip here. Nice and light. And when your mind goes off to some tangent, which it will, watch those thoughts. How can you observe with your observing quality, your observing power of your mind? What can you observe about those thoughts? Are there any filters that you're looking through? Fear, avoidance, greed. And then you can let that go and return to your breath. Noticing your thoughts when they come up. Looking at them a little closer. Where are they coming from? You don't have to analyze it, just notice, observe them, and let them go. And you can come back to your breath. If it helps, you can note, you can put a little label on your thoughts like planning, judging, sleepiness, and then come back to your breath. This can help us cultivate this muscle in our minds so that we can become better at seeing our thoughts more clearly, so that we can get them out of the way and be in the present moment. Take one last breath in through your nose and out your mouth. Thank you for sitting with me through this mindfulness exercise. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to move your body and look around your surroundings. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording at this point.